Hey folks, today's going to be kind of exciting for me. I got some new containers and I think I've made some plans as to what to do with some of these trees that I've been sitting on. So let's dive in. First things first, ooh, I kept it right behind. Found this little guy, little-ish guy at Home Goods. I drilled holes in it. I've got my screen laying on top, but it's got really nice, let's see if I can get around it, show you. It's got a really nice little kind of like texture design on it, So I like it. I probably would have liked it better in a different color. Like this was like cool, but I can paint it in the future. What I think I'm gonna use this for, some of my Piafra. I can imagine having a really cool forest with, either these mixed in with these, or maybe even just these, just like kind of planted in there. Really tiny, really miniature. This is the lily put. That's the kaleidoscope. But yeah, I think I'm gonna do that here. Really exciting for me. Also found another, this is a soap dish. Cool texture to it. I'm probably not going to paint it, but yeah, already gave away my secret there. It's not very cheap, but I just like the way it's shaped. I've got a tree that'll fit this. Another one, not a whole lot of texture, but I like the lines. I think it helps to make it look a certain way, and it's nice and deep considering. And this is the last soap dish I picked up today. It's kind of dirty, but see, it's got those lines on it, so that's kind of nice. Already got drilled. It's not super deep, but I think it'll make a really good pot. I do need to rinse this one better. These are, I don't know if they're cast or poured or whatever, but they've got some stuff in there. This is not a soap dish. This is I think an incense burner. But it's already got 3 holes in it. I'm not going to drill it, but what I will do is put something in here that doesn't mind being a little bit wet. Again, it's a nice size and shape, and I think I've got a tree that'll fit that. And you guys have already seen this. This is my little cascade pot-ish thing. Got it drilled. That was a real pain in the tuchus. This is very difficult. It took me 15 minutes to drill that one hole, which, as you can imagine, is frustrating, but it was the right thing to do for me. And since we're, staying on the excited end of things today, I know exactly which tree needs to go into it. This guy right here. I'm not sure how deep I'm going to be planting it, but as far as scale goes, I think it's right as far as scale. Let's see if I can get this so you can kind of see. Not even close. So I've got to angle up a little bit. Can you guess what it is? Money tree stump. So yeah, I think even though it's not a cascade, I think this is going to be really suited to this. Might do it during this video if I don't run too long. I also want to repot my croton. It's been growing really strong, and I think this is just too much for it. It's been this for a long time. I feel as if I can get better nutrition for it and work on the roots a little bit better in a smaller container. So I'm going to pot this into something smaller as well. I don't yet know how the roots look, but again, I think this pot's just too big for these roots, so that's what's going to happen. That's a little root right there. I hope that is all of the updates I've got. Yeah. I do want to trim a couple things since I'm standing here. Not this one. That one's going to get a different sort of trimming. What I will do is I will put my fingers in front of it, point up like that. I don't know if you all can tell, but I'm very, very excited. Part of the reason that I'm so excited is because I figured out a contraption to allow me to edit without editing, if that makes sense. Find my knob here. Ooh, as far up as that's going to allow me to go. All right, this has got to come way up if I'm going to film any kind of trimming, or I've got to scoot it way back. So all the pots I put behind the the camera have got to move. There we go. Oh my gosh, such better visibility, even if it's not quite far up enough. So I'm going to put this down there. This is going to go under here, give me a little more lift. Almost enough too, geez, there we go. There we go, all right. Now you can see what I'm doing a little bit better. Let's see if I can go a little bit farther into that. Give you guys a really good view. All right, there we go. That's a very nice close-up, I think. Hopefully my sound is still good. I'm just gonna real quick peek. Yep, microphone's still on. Probably heard that. Okay, so this is my money tree. Last time we were on, I cut over here. Let's see if it focus there. Cut over there, so that we get some branching. It only branched once, you can see there. But that's okay because I can take off this old leaf. It may still give me a branch right there, but this is just maintenance pruning really. And then that'll really be that whole side of the tree, which I rather like. I'm just going to tuck that down. I'm not excited to get a branch down here because I don't want to have anything coming this way. Same thing over here. The highest or the farthest I think I want to branch is probably here. So I'm going to cut here. I know it's lots of good growth. It's a lot of foliage, but this thing is strong, and that is going to allow me to control the way it grows. Again, all I did was cut the end off of a branch, really just 3 leaves off of it. These are compound leaves, so it's not as many leaves as it looks like. It is growing strong. Up here, you can't really see. I've still got my 5 leaves, so it's not that strong. But this is the same one where I've got my cutting off the top that's got 7 leaves on each one of these leaves. So I'm going to leave this, leave this, leave this. I don't want anything to be growing in, so this will probably be cut off at some point. But since it didn't branch as much here as I wanted it to, I may end up cutting further down because I think I've got a node right here. It's just not active. So if this one does well, I'll cut even farther down over here. I do want these, of course, to grow a little bit. You can't see those, sorry. I do want these down here. You can barely see it. It's got a little guy right there, little guy right here. They're almost opposite to each other on this trunk. I would love to have this one really grow. I wouldn't mind rubbing this one off and forgetting about it. Just having 1, 2, and 3. And that way it'll balance out the tree a little bit better. They are almost opposite, but not quite. I do have some budding here that I should probably rub off, but for the time being, this one is all set. Just had a little bit of maintenance pruning. So I'm gonna give it a little, put some lipstick on it. I think I pointed out before, this is wax from way back when, before I knew about lipstick. So that's all done. And I don't know that I have any other pruning I need to do immediately. I think I'd love to leave everything alone for the time being. I did just put up a video, of course, of rewiring one of the coffee trees. The lemon tree is doing great. I'm more concerned with making sure that my avocado survives because it is not looking happy recently. All right, this guy's not going to get any topside pruning. It's nice and healthy, but I think you can kind of imagine it would look really nice in a pot about that dimension. Any smaller, I think I would probably kill it, but I don't think there's that many roots in here. So we are going to dive in on some repotting on the next episode. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Have a great night. See you all soon.